In this video, I'll be creating the Conduit catalog entries that will be used for pipes and culverts. As a quick review, if I select the pipe feature definitions, same would be true if I chose culverts. I'm going to have a hydraulic prototype that I'll be assigning for each. So for each one of these, I'm going to be creating a separate prototype for them. And then within those prototypes, I'm going to be using the conduit from a catalog, and so I'll need to create a catalog class for each one. The first thing you'll want to do is locate your reference material that you're going to be using for these catalogs. That could come from shop drawings, ASTM standards. A lot of times your agency will also have standard drawings for this purpose. So I'm going to start with just a regular circular reinforced concrete pipe. This is going to give me the sizes that I need to include in the catalog. It's also going to give me what the thickness of each should be, as well as the diameter. To set that up, I'm going to go into my catalog for my conduits, and we'll go and create a new catalog. And then think about naming here. We want to be consistent with your feature definition name as well as what we put in the prototype, and we want to try to avoid special characters when we can. You might also consider prefixing this with your agency's name, just to be sure that this is for your agency and not something that was grabbed out of any of the default libraries. So starting with the circular concrete, the first thing you'll do is set your shape. Here's a list of all of the available shapes we have. So this is going to be circular. The label column is going to be what you see in the drop-down when you go to place a conduit to choose the size. So if you want to see 12 inches with IN listed in that drop-down, and you'll type that in that way. Or if you want it to look like that, you'll type it in like that instead. So I am basically just going to take this table here and then input that into the table in Open Roads. And we can also do copy and paste from this table to Excel. Anything that is going to have the same value might make sense to do a global edit here at the top, where we can toggle that value. Also, we can change the units. So if you have your values in inches, you could change it to inches, or if you have it in feet or a different unit, you could change that here, make it easier for you to type those values in. Moving over, we have a unit length that you'll want to define. So go ahead and type that in as a global edit. This is used if you're going to have curved pipes, so the curves can be broken up into segments 8 feet long. You can also put in what your minimum bend radius is if you allow bends in your pipes. And the remaining values are going to be populated when we choose a material, which I'll do a little bit later. I do want to toggle on that this class is available for design. So anything we see in this list is going to be in our drop-down during placement, and then if we are running an automated design, only the ones toggled on will be able to be used for selection during design by the software. Next, let's look at an arch pipe. So if I go back into Open Roads and I go and create a new catalog, the first thing I want to do is set the shape. So depending on the shape that I pick is going to change the settings that I can type in down here. So for a pipe arch, we're going to have a label, we're going to put a rise and a span. We're also going to define what that full area is going to be. And then we have some other parameters that are very important. So this is going to be controlling how these conduits are drawn in the 3D model. It's also going to be used for the hydraulic calculations. So we're going to be using this full area here. So it's very important that you double and triple check all of your conduit catalogs to make sure they are accurate.